Toronto police puts out this tweet, and it's a news release. It says, news release, missing woman, okay, missing woman, that's the picture. Missing woman, Ryerson Avenue and Bathurst Street area, Isabella DeGrassi, 27. So I look at this, looks like what to me? Looks like a man, right? I'm not losing my mind, okay? So I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Down this road, let's start, right? You're like, Jed, you had to start with the crazy. I did. There's a very important reason, because I have to remind you all that we need a good laugh in life. So I scroll down and I see, I don't know who this person is, but it's AF632. God bless you, whoever you are, puts this tweet up in response. Tyler, can we pull that tweet?
Got it.
You have it?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Missing dog. Please help. Do you guys see what's going on here? The crazy. Obviously, that's a cat. But do you see how much people have lost their minds? That guy or girl, I don't know who AF632 is, decided, I'm going to make a mockery of this moment. Now, we can all laugh. We can all say, I've told you that, my kid sometimes identifies as a monkey. Curious George. I've told you that my dog identifies as more of a gerbil than a dog because she's very small and she's, doesn't have quite the bark that a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler would have. She's feeling a little insufficient in that department. And we can laugh about this. And believe me, I did. I laughed heartily when I saw that because I was like, thank God somebody picked up this moment and just made us all laugh. But do you also realize the crazy of this is a missing person alert? I have to pray somewhere, tear to the God, the universe, please, was this a joke? Were you playing some type of trick on me? Because I also then in that moment think, oh my gosh, what if there was somebody who escaped, a prisoner or a criminal out there? And you know how cops get those alerts? What's it gonna say? Missing woman, and it's a guy, and you're out there looking for some woman, and it's, think about how the crazy can go from funny to actually dangerous and scary. I had to lead with that. We're going to do a new segment on the show too related to tweets. So I'm just going to be encouraging you to be funnier and crazier on Twitter so we can pull it and add it to the show. But that really is a great opener for some of the things we're going to discuss today. When I saw that, I started to think about who looks at that and thinks, okay, that's crazy, versus who looks at it and thinks, oh, well, that's how that person identifies and that's how we should talk about them. So I checked out a poll. Interesting poll from the New York Post. 60% of Americans say that people can't switch genders. This is a new poll from years past. It says a new survey released by the Pew Research Center states that 60% of adults say a person's gender is determined by their sex assigned at birth. Wow, those 60% must be nuts. What are they thinking, those Neanderthals? Antiquated, talking about how you're born with a certain anatomy and that defines your gender. Crazy people, right? No, not so much. What's interesting about this poll, though, this is a 4-point increase from the previous year. So it was 56% in 2021. So the more that the woke community is shoving this in everybody's face and saying, no, we have to normalize this. We have to normalize that this is a man who became a woman and now you need to call. The more they force it, the more people are saying, no, I don't want that. That seems off to me. Do whatever you want with your life, but that's not an accurate depiction of what's going on. Biology is biology. People are resisting it more because it's being shoved down their throats, which was very interesting to me. Also interesting, the survey found that 86% of Republicans and those leaning Republican believe gender is determined by sex assigned at birth, but only 38% of Democrats believe that. Okay, so we see where the problem lies, do we not? We see where the problem lies. This is going to be a really big problem for Democrats. Really big problem. Not the, hey, live the life you want. We don't want you to be discriminated. We want you to be able, not that. What's going to be a really big problem is ignoring biology. What's going to be a really big problem is saying menstruating people, a la AOC, or birthing people. What's going to be a really big problem is, pushing puberty blockers for kids and gender reassignment surgeries as if it's not problematic for young people. If they want to toe these lines, if they want to make this their priority, if they want to make this their platform, so be it. Go do what you got to do. It's going to be a loss for you. People are now paying attention. And we always talk about how like the fringe in the left runs the party and then some, and then some. So I thought this was really interesting. Also in that poll, which is interesting, is the study's findings on transgender athletes are consistent with another poll from the University of Maryland, which found that 58% of Americans believe transgender women should be barred from competing in college or professional sports. That's more than half of people are saying no. What's going on here? No good. Doesn't work for me. Not going to work. So that's just an important, I don't believe all polls, but I do believe this one, because you go into communities and you talk to people and they're like, okay, what's going on? All right. We have another tweet. This was all connected. It was like I opened the floodgates of the gender conversation and it all came to me. What do you know? Disclosed TV, which on Twitter is really interesting. They have some great content. They put this tweet up. New from mid-2023, according to planned legislation in Germany, everyone over the age of 14 will be able to change their gender and first name once a year. Well, look at that. The governing parties announced today, granted, this is in Germany, not in the US, but what happens over there is, this is where we're headed, right? So you wake up, this year you're a girl, and you change your name, and next year you're a boy. And maybe the third year you're a cat or dog. Who knows? Maybe you can even be an iguana. We're in Florida. Who knows? This is a clown show, guys. There's no other way to say it. This is a clown show. And I talk a lot about the danger of this, because if words don't have meaning, you're not grounded in anything. Remember that. If a boy's not a boy and a girl's not a girl, and I know it's like, well, people say, well, who cares? It doesn't affect you. No, it does affect me, actually. It does affect me, because I'm grounded in something called reality. Reality is quickly vanishing and everything is in the abstract. And I don't want to live in the Wizard of Oz. If you like the short clip, you can catch another one here, or you can catch the full episode right here.